Hello, today I'm going to show you a brand new feature of O&M Profiler. It's our additional growth rate matrix, and it's a new dashboard available under pension switching. So I'm going to dive straight into an existing switching quote. Okay, so I've entered the client details, I've entered the current plan, I've picked a model portfolio for the new investment, and I'm going to head to results and see what we get. Okay, so the new plans are all a little bit more expensive than the existing plan. What we can do though, so we have a quick look at the additional information I've got down the bottom, but now I'm going to change the additional information to look at our brand new additional growth rate tests. And what this is going to show me is some basic information, so the term to retirement and the AGR required, but then it's going to show me it based against my acceptable risk matrix. If we zoom this, we'll have a proper look at it and we'll see what it's showing us. So the client is between 10 and 15 years, so that means we're on this row of the table, and you can see if they were risk 1 or 2, we've got a problem, and it's marked in red because it exceeds the limits that I've set. If however they're risk 3 to 5, then we've got a little bit of leeway, and how much leeway is what we can see by looking at this chart that was next to it. Let me just move that alongside it so we can see the two in tandem, and you'll see how they marry up. So we're in the 10 to 15 year range. Risk 1, so our AGR was 0.5. We were allowed 0.2, therefore we're 0.3 over. 0.1 over at risk 2, got a little bit of leeway at risk 3, quite a bit at risk 4 and a lot at risk 5. And so that's the basic premise of that. What you can see on this chart as well is if you click through the icons, you can see the data behind that. So that was what I was just describing. And you can also get some good explanation of what we're showing there. So a lot more detail than I'm going to go into in this video. And that's there for all the charts in the system. Just have a look. If there's ever a chart you don't understand, click on notes and it will explain it in great detail. So I'm going to close those down. The other nice thing that we can do is we can get a bit more of a bigger picture. So we can click on Quick Compare. And that'll bring this additional information dashboard up, and it'll show us some extra panels that are also available. So this works on all dashboards that we've got in the system. It's not just this new one. You'll see what we've already said in commentary, that risk 1 and 2 are unacceptable, risk 3 to 5 are okay. And you can see we've got additional ones in here because you can add up to 10 yourself, and I'll show you how to change this matrix to tailor it to your own style before the video is done. One other nice feature that we've added in this build is the ability to favourite dashboards. So you'll see I've got 3 at the top that aren't in alphabetical order like the rest of them. They're the 3 that I use quite a lot. I like this new one. I'm going to add it in this additional growth rates test. And you'll see that goes to the top of the list. So you can do that yourself as well. If you've got dashboards that you find yourself using a lot, just click on the star next to them, it'll move them up. By the same token, if you don't like them, just unstar it and it'll go back into its alphabetical list. As with all the additional information dashboards, you can print them as reports. They're kind of designed to be on-file reports more than anything else, but I can click on additional growth rates tests and produce that report. You'll see in here as well that we've got this new favourite system. So if that's a report I think I'm going to print a lot, just stick a favourite next to it and it'll go in there. We've tried to precede this with ones that we think you'll run, so we've now got a nice new results print just to get an easy set of results from the grid, and your traditional switching report and the pack, which will work out exactly what you need to print. So let me print that AGR tests. There we go, and all the information that we could see on screen is now here in this report. You can save it, print it. If you're on the full system, you can even edit it and add your own content. As I say, it's probably designed to be an on-file report. Maybe it's one you send to a colleague or one you just make sure you've got available if you need it. So I promised I would explain how you can change that matrix to match your own. So if we click on the Options tab and then Assumptions, and you've got a big long list of all the assumptions that are available to customize. The one we want is switching acceptable additional growth required. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so there's the matrix that as it stands at the minute. So we've pre-programmed all of these. We've been relatively conservative. So if you've got different rates, you can simply overtype what's in there. If you use a different number of risk categories, you can simply change that. And again, it's preceded up to 10, up to 1.5. So customize those as you will. And when you go back into your results, you'll see your chart now reflects those. Just one of the new things we've added to O&M Profiler ASP. Hopefully you'll find it useful. If you've got any feedback, any comments, we'd love to have them. As ever, thank you for watching.